Yeah. This Wolverine guy is annoying.
I'm streaming too, so watch your mouth. Family friendly show, we got air. Okay.
Yes.
So what we're gonna. All right. We're gonna get. I'm gonna try to keep everything going. So what we're gonna do now is we're going to delete the cluster. All right, we're going to delete the cluster. Was there something else I should have done? No. Yeah, let's just delete it. Oh, so then I gotta.
Come on, guys. Just a little bit more.
After I delete the cluster, then I have to
So close.
go and clear out my context. And I remind myself how to do that every once in a while.
Yes.
I got a reminder. Okay. This. Do these things. Okay. What was it? What's her name? Equals Korifi. Right. Okay. So now we're clear. So now we want to do the deploy it again. So what we're going to do is go here, Sean, dev, Korifi pi. I should be clear. Shouldn't see any passwords here. All right, we're going to change this based on main to Korifi.cc. Will that work? We'll change it to this. Pi Korifi 00. Whoops. 00. And that way, it's just that one box that will deploy to. All this, I think, will be okay. During allow to make it work. All right. And then I'm going to go to my instructions. Not that one. I don't need that. We're installed. Oh no, I have to do this. Ping pi Korifi 00. Okay, we'll use that IP address. kv sup install -IP 10.18. My username is Deshaun. Hey, Icon, how you doing? K3S extra marks. Do you want to chat? We can chat. I can stop this if you're free. So we can do that. I'm just rebuilding clusters, rebuilding stuff.
Bro,
and trying to mod my son. He's over on good. He's over on Java Grunt Jr. and he's playing Marvel Rivals. Disable traffic. I do this because what I'm going to deploy after this is going to give me my ingress. Merge local path cube config context. The one that I just deleted was Korifi. So this is the installing of Kubernetes on a single Raspberry Pi. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to move this screen. I'm going to move Logan to here. And I will move this chat to here. So I can see one, and I should have the kick chat over here. So I can see everything. I'm just reorganizing some windows so I can see all the chats. Make sure that my son's in good shape, good hands.
You're the only one watching.
What did you say?
You're the only one watching.
Well, that's cool. All right, so we have a Kubernetes cluster, kube ctx, kube cuddle get nodes -o wide. I've got a cluster. This is good. Now, I want to bring this. Sorry, I gotta find that other window. Yep, I'm gonna bring this blog over here. We did that. We have kube context. We did nodes. Now we're going to take a look. All right, I've got just that. I'm gonna make it visible. All right, so we can see it's been up for 93 seconds. So what am I building? I've been messing with this same thing for a while. What I've got now is a Raspberry Pi, single Raspberry Pi. It's a Raspberry Pi. Actually, I have a picture of it somewhere. Window here. I have a Raspberry Pi. So this machine is sitting up in the closet over there, and that's a $50 computer. I gave it power. It's actually plugged into a little tiny monitor, and then it has a webcam plugged into it and a USB stick. But it's running, what I just installed now is Kubernetes. Kubernetes is the container orchestration. And from there, I'm installing Korifi. Korifi is this really cool API. It uses the Cloud Foundry API so that I can use Kubernetes, but I get like a real powerful API to use it. So I don't have to know Kubernetes as much. I mean, I know Kubernetes, but I don't want to. I like Cloud Foundry's API a whole lot better. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just follow these instructions, which I've had for a while. So here's my Kubernetes cluster. Here's what's running. It's just the base Kubernetes. And then I'm gonna go over here, back into that Sean dev Korifi. I just got some YAML sitting in there. And what I'm going to do from there is I'll finish these the deployment. So if I was just following the instructions from the Korifi website, it'll work. But I made a blog about it, and I didn't like the output. I didn't like the way that this blog works. Let's see if it's out there. Why didn't it deploy? I wonder. It should have deployed. What happened? Maybe I didn't push it. But yeah, so I'm going to follow essentially these instructions, except instead of having multiple nodes, I've got one node. So the next step that I'm going to do now is this, except this was a week old. So it was 1.16.2. I don't want to follow those instructions anymore because I've got a new version. So I'm going to do the new, right? Let's use 1.16.3. So I'm just going through those instructions, grabbing the latest versions so that I can have this Cloud Foundry API running on this Raspberry Pi on top of Kubernetes. Kubernetes is cool. So now this is the interesting parts that I've done. I'm installing KPack. KPack does not have AMD 64 images. So KPack is going to fail. It's going to say, hey, let's see, it's going to fail. Oh, is it going to fail? Wait a minute, what just happened? Why?
Dad.
This
Dad.
shouldn't have worked. Yeah.
Will you order ice cream?
Huh?
Will you order ice cream?
No, I won't order ice cream. No, I won't. I won't. I'm wondering why this is working. Because it doesn't have, or does it? Like, if, hold on. If I've got KPack, let's go look. I'm about to flip out. If I deleted my cluster, KPack yesterday did not have ARM64 images. How do I look to see what these images are? Container ID, this, image ID, running. Where do I see? I'm going to flip out if this is ARM64. I'm looking to see. We're going to have to go and look at this image. Let's do this. We're going to go copy this image. And we're going to do this. We're going to say Docker pull that image. And then we're going to say Docker images type grep cf build. Or just do cf build service public. All right, so let's then do Docker inspect. No, just Docker Docker inspect. Can I do this? No, it's AMD 64. So something I did. Oh, the daemon set. Okay, so I'd already installed the emulation on this machine. So I suppose that's what's happening. Because these are AMD 64 images and this is an ARM 64 machine. So that should not have happened. But that's okay. It makes sense to me. Okay, I got freaked out for just a second there. So now what we're going to do is we're just going to do this to check the box. I'm going to do, I have this daemon set, which is what installed the bin format. That's the emulation I need on every node. And then we're going to install Contour. And this is just a prerequisite with the latest version. I would like to just make this a bash script that just goes and installs the latest, right? And I don't have to install the metric server. So now we're just going to install the service binding YAML. I'm going through this fast because this isn't the important part of what we're doing. I'm going to install some namespaces. I'm going to install some namespaces, more YAML.
Let's go.
Then I'm going to add some secrets. And I'm also going to turn down my son's stream. And yeah, we're cruising. So I've got secrets, I've got namespaces set. Now we're going to install the Helm chart. And this is probably going to take a minute. So this is installing. So we can see that project contour is done, service bindings is done. So I've only been working on this for a few minutes, but you can do this too. You can, from Kubernetes, even on a small cluster like a single Raspberry Pi, you can then have a really powerful API given the Cloud Foundry Korifi. And yeah, we'll keep on going. So because it's a single node, right, the KPack build, it gave me fits like while I was trying to do the build and do all the other things, and it took a long time for downloading images. I'm not going to worry about that. So what I'm going to do is I've already built some images because I just went through this whole process a minute ago and I just started over. So I'm going to just deploy. But my deployment, I don't have to do a whole lot of YAML. So we're good here. Oh, it's got some other building steps, building some app domains. Is there one more thing that it does? Doesn't it build like a runner info? There's a couple of tasks that it's doing to wrap up. Oh, you know what? I did the -- wait. Oh, so now it says it's done. So these things should be the last ones that are done. All right. So we're 6-ish minutes into standing up this cluster. And now, now we got to do the magic. So I've already got SE hosts. I already have I changed my domain. So it's not this anymore. Cat dot. So it's going to be API dot this. So I'm just making it so that I can get to this IP, or so I can log in. 9.9.1.18 API. That's my base domain. I don't need this one. I don't need that one. All right. Now I do the CF API HTTPS API dot base domain. Again, base domain is this. So I did API. Oh, sorry. API dot base domain. Skip SL validation. So now I'm logged in. This is great. That's a good sign. And I'm going to update my little blog post here for these steps because I made some changes. So what I did here was for the base domain. I'm just going to copy this into my my blog. I did here, boop, boop, setting that. The next thing I'm going to do is CF login. And I'm going to log in with my user, this admin user that I chose here. 5. And it looks like work, except I'm doing it on Raspberry Pis. I got my son next to me. I'm streaming. Like, how hard is that? This is like me, like, having fun. So it says invalid auth token. Why is that? Because I probably already had an auth token from the previous run. So let's create a new one. Let's do Korifi scripts create CF admin. That should work. And now let's CF login with 5. Haha. All right. Let's just put this in. Just update my blog here a little bit. Boop, boop, boop. And now we're going to create a new org. So the way that I think about this is github.com Korifi.cc. That's my org. This is my GitHub org. This is where my repository lives. So the way that I think about orgs is I'm just trying to map it to where it exists, because I'm going to give this away. So icon, I'm going to be on these Raspberry Pis, these ones and these ones. We're going to install this, and we're going to have another cluster that I'm going to let people deploy to for free. Some people. There's going to be a process around it. And yeah, I think I've talked to you to you about that before. But I would love to have you on board. It's going to be fun. We're going to see how many domains, how many websites we can run on cheap stuff. Except we're going to do cheap stuff, but we're going to do it production grade. So I'm going to create my org. CF create org. I'm going to call it Pi Korifi CC. CF create space -o Pi Korifi CC. And the space is going to be called production. All right, so now let's just do this. We're going to target that space as saying that, hey, that's the stuff that I want to work with. And I hit CF apps, and there's nothing there. So we have to deploy something. I already created an image. So what we're going to do is we're going to deploy that image. And you can deploy it too, like it's out there. We deploy the image. So now that image has a domain, but it's not the domain that we want to share. It's an internal-ish domain. It's on a real TLD, but we're going to fix it. We're going to fix it in just one sec. So what that's doing is downloading from my Docker Hub this image that I already pushed earlier. And now it's running. So I built Kubernetes, I deployed Korifi, and then I did a CF push, and now I have an app that's running. So this app is running here, but that's not the URL that I want to use. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to first kubectl apply this ingress Cloudflare D so that you can access this little Raspberry Pi device. So that's deployed. Hopefully it works. And then I'm going to map things. So where is it? Wait, where's my map? I want to do the here. I want to just set a. I should be able to do it from memory, but I'm not going to try. I want to create a shared. Sorry. I'm going to create a shared. Come on. A shared domain. I made a map for this domain already. Here we go. Now we're going to say, hey, CF create shared domain called Pi Korifi.cc. Now if I do CF domains, these are the ones that I can map to. This one or this one. I want to use this one. So what I'm going to do is CF, I'm going to create route for this domain, Pi Korifi.cc, called host name www. Fantastic. Now I'm going to see, I want to map that route, www.pikorifi.cc. I want to map that route to www. Is that what I named it? CF apps. Yeah, I want to say cf map route www pi korifi.cc -- host name www. Okay. So now cf apps, I should have two maps. All right. So this should be www.pikorifi.cc should be going to the app that I just deployed. This one. Oh wait. Why does that say 0 of 1? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. CF logs. Oh, it's running. But why does it say 0, 1? Let's go. Let's see. www.pikorifi.cc. Okay, so I have a problem. All right, the requested page on the website that is on this network is configured as a Cloudflare tunnel. The tunnel is unable to resolve it. So let's go look at our tunnel. That's cat Cloudflare. And what I said was star.pikorifi.cc should, it's probably not there.
I just got into a map that was already being lost.
Let's take a look. Envoy Korifi Gateway. Oh. Something's wrong. Oh, I didn't do the secrets. All right. Keith is here. He says, I attempted burning headless Ubuntu for 5 Pi 0 W2s to try this, but not working at all. Must be missing. Okay. So I do this with the, they're not Pi 502s. These are, yeah, Raspberry. Oh, 502s. Yeah. These 02s, you can do clusters with these 02s. So you did, I'll do that next. I'll just do that next. So the 02 is a 512 megabytes of RAM, but it's got 4 cores. So that's what I've got here. Is I've got 4 of those, but they're on a cluster hat. So I got a 2 gigabyte Raspberry Pi 4 with those. But I install Ubuntu on those, and I run this as a 5-node cluster. So I'll do that. But I've never been able to get K3S running on a single node. I had to use multiple nodes because this 02 is actually way more powerful with the 4 cores than the Is it? I say that, but is it the same? Because doesn't the Raspberry Pi B Plus have 2 cores? And I think this has 4 cores. We'll take a look at it in a second. We'll take a look. But the problem here is I didn't deploy the secrets. So let me do that real quick. Please hold. I have to put the tunnel secrets on the cluster. And it tells, I have the instructions here. I'm okay to share this. So I'm just going to do this command right here. I said we'll do it over in another screen. Just waiting. Cool cuddle. Keith, if you wanted to boot one of those 02s or 02Ws, just boot one of them. Oh, I know a trick. Did you do this? Hold on. If you're following my guides, this is the thing that makes it so I don't have to plug in a keyboard and a monitor to that. Yeah, hold on one sec. Wait, so you have a keyboard and monitor hooked up to it, so you're seeing the startup? Or does it not do anything? Not even getting a command line prompt at boot. So I'll show you what I do. Is I use the Raspberry Pi imager, which I'll pull up here. I'll put a disk in so we can show this. Give me just a sec. Oh, you know what? I got to do this for another cluster anyways, so let's just do this. I'm going to choose a device. We're doing a Raspberry Pi 5, but it'd be the same if it was 02W. Or should I just, here, let's just do it. Let's just do a 02W. And I'll show you the exact process. Hold on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a 32 gig disk, which I hope you have a 4-inch LCD on it. Okay, but I'm gonna go through the same process. I think we have time here. I don't know what's on this one. I don't know what's on this disk, so I'm gonna grab it out, and I'll have to take a look at that later. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab an SD card. I'm just gonna do this to show you what I do, and maybe that'll help. So get your disk ready. I got a little SD card. I'm putting it in here. I'm gonna throw that into my machine. I'll take a look at what's on there, just to make sure I'm not overwriting something I need. Oh, it looks like this disk is empty. So we're doing a Raspberry Pi 02W. Let's choose, I'm gonna go choose OS. I'm gonna go down to other general purpose OS. I'm gonna choose Ubuntu, and I'm gonna choose Ubuntu Server 2410. Wait, this is .10. This is, yeah, I want 10. There we go. And then I'm going to choose the storage device. That's where I want to deploy it. This is the extra step that saves me a bunch. Would you like to apply OS customization? Yes, I would. So I'm going to call this one. You know what? We're just going to add it to that cluster. We're going to call this Pi Korifi 01. I'm thinking here. I'm going to put, whoops, I got it in the wrong way. I've got my power and my USB. Yeah, I'm gonna do this. So we're gonna call this Pi Korifi 01. I put in a username and password so I can SSH into it. But yeah, the Debian Ubuntu is built on Debian, so we'll be in good shape. But this is the big thing: is I put in a username and password, and then I pass in a key so I can SSH into it. It's all set up so I don't have to do anything. I don't have to have keyboard and mouse. This is just going to be ready when it comes onto the network. I'm going to be able to SSH into it. So that's the real like time saver for me. So I'm going to use those settings. I called it Pi Korifi 01, right? I called it Pi Korifi 01. And when it comes onto the network, I'll be able to log into it. So yes, let's use those settings. So it'll erase that disk. Let's go. So that's going to run in the background. Big boy. All right. So that's what I do. That's how I get it running, and we'll come back to that. So I'm just going to set that over here, and we'll come back to it. So what I'm going to do is this. I need to get these credentials up because this isn't working. So let's do that. Oops. Oop. Oh, sorry. I got to get those steps up there because I'm just going to redo those. Cuddle, create secret, generic, tunnel, credentials from file, credentials, JSON, users, my name, Cloudflare 700. All right, and then it's created. So I put the secret there. Now, if I do this, clear, if I do kubectl delete -f that file, get rid of it, right? And then let's deploy it. Now that it has its secrets, kubectl apply -f Cloudflare D. Now it's up, and now we should see those 2 instances of Cloudflare D working. So again, I'm hanging out with my son. We're geeking out, so no problem. This will be fun. We'll get there. All right, so now Cloudflare D is running. I was still a little concerned because I did CF apps. I kind of wanted it. Oh, it does say 101. Because now it can resolve that route. So now we go here, we hit refresh. Now we're cooking with gas. So this Raspberry Pi, we just deployed K3S on it. We gave it power. It has a 4-inch monitor on it as well. It's got a webcam deployed to it, or attached. This one of these other cords is a webcam. This one right here is a webcam. And so now when you go to please do go to www.pikorifi.cc. Hopefully you'll see this, and then we're in great shape because that's on this machine. So on this little device, we still are like plenty of CPU. Memory is good, but it's running all the things on a $50 computer. So now let's go to our disk. Still running. While that's going, I'm set. I want to update my little blog because I made some changes. So we're just going to update this, get these instructions out, because that's why I did it. So I just want to fix the URLs and stuff. Not in this one, in this one. Here. So let's go. I'm just going to do a quick review. Hey, this is good. Today's actually, we'll call it the 25th. We're doing this. Yep. All the steps, categories, new bill of materials. That's everything. Better power. Good, good, good. Oh, let's just check that real quick. Because it does have the webcam in it. So let me just go here. sh pi Korifi 00. And let's run this command. No, I don't need that.
Why'd you get it then?
I wasn't using it. You're the one that opened it.
Okay.
All right, here, I want to run this command to see if my device is getting enough power. Fingers crossed. So it's getting enough power, even though it has the webcam plugged in. The webcam's not on, but the monitor is. So the monitor's not drawing too much power. This is good. All right, it's not throttled. That means there's no throttling. This, anything else means the device not getting proper power. Go, go, go. We did 24. We did all that from the laptop. We did this. We installed it. I did that live. We showed that we have, right? I can do that. CTX, Pi. Well, I don't have to just switch to it. Well, I'll do it. Pi Korifi, and then do kubectl get nodes -o wide. That's still good, right? Pi Korifi. We'll change that because it's 33 minutes. All the other is good, right? Still the same values, all right? Installing, we did that. Those are the values that I used, right? If I do CF apps, I just want to make sure we see apps.pykorifi00, pykorifi00, okay? Cert manager, we did that. We did that. I just showed my little document here. That's the YAML that I had deployed. I did that. I installed Contour with dynamic provisioning. I didn't have to do metric server. I installed service bindings. I installed the namespaces. I added my registry credentials. Yeah, I did. Right? Cuddle get secrets. Yep. Wait. Oh, in the root namespace. The root namespace is Korifi. The secret's called Docker registry. Wait, did I not do that part? Namespace, create secret Docker registry, image registry credentials. Here we go. Okay. All right. We're good. We did this. That worked. We're v0.14. Like, this is great. Use your own values. We did that. It's a different IP. I did it for, right, let's cat se host for API dot pi korifi 00 dot korifi.cc. API dot pi korifi 00 dot korifi.cc. We logged in. That worked. This worked. API to pykorifi.cc. So far, so good. We did the CF login. API dot pykorifi 00 dot korifi.cc. We're in good shape. This needs to go away. We did that. We did that. Copied and pasted. We did this. What we did, though, we did pi korifi cc. Pi korifi cc production. Pi korifi cc production. Let's just do that once real quick. Boop. And then let's just copy that. Boop, de-boop. Because that's what we're using. We're just upgrading the blog, updating the blog. We did this already in the background. You can go and see that repo. We did this. This is how we built it. Nope, we did this. Production. We named it. We pushed that to Docker Hub. We built it and pushed it. And then this is what we pushed, right? It is, because I copied and pasted from there. So it did this. Oh, but that's not what we did. So let's just... let's do that again. We're going to do that one more time, just because I just want to capture the output for the blog. So I'm going to copy that. I'm going to say clear. Boop. We're just going to push it one more time to capture the output. It works. This is Kubernetes running Korifi on a single Raspberry Pi 5. And we did a push to a Spring Boot app. A Bodden app running. And then we're going to do some more things. So let's just copy this output just for the blog. And we're just going to replace this because we got new values. Boop. Done. And then we went to the URL. Like, you can go check it out. Yep. Conclusion, KPAC build. I still haven't gone back to that. I didn't investigate further, but I did this CF push with an OCI image doing orders of magnitude more enjoyable than dealing with YAML. It's a $50 device. It's running 2 websites. It's not at the moment. Yeah. I'm really excited. I want to see how many I can host on I'll say with boundary Korifi. So what I should have an image. What should I put for my what should I put for my image? This? Let's just do that. Let's make this my featured image. I'm gonna like shrink the that didn't work out really well. But I'm gonna make I got it for the block. I just need a little image. What do I do? And that's gonna be my featured image. That's somewhere, and then we'll push this block. So, so this is running, right? That's cool to me. Let's get that. How do I find it? We're here. I need to get rid of those. Delete. Right, and then I need to. What just happened? Where I am. Content posts, Korifi, images, star, and then move later desktop. Let's move the desktop screenshot that we just took to content posts Korifi images feature.png. Is that right? Let's do that. Yeah. And then this should work. So let's take a look at it real quick, because I want you to be able to replicate it. That's it. That's why I do those things. I want you to be able to replicate this. So let's get status. So we deleted some stuff, we modified some stuff, and okay, git add, git status, git commit -m. Another try, better steps, git push. So I had this git push. Oh, let's go see. No, this should work. If I go to github.com/Sean, what should be happening is this repository where I just committed that to. There's 2 issues. So I didn't push it before. So this is building. It's using GoHugo. This should populate the website. and then we should see a new page pushed, the new blog.
Now we keep it.
That'd be nice.
Make it keep popping back.
So far so good. What I'm doing here is hanging out with my son, and I'm working through stuff. It's cool to me that I've got enterprise grade production ready Spring Boot running on a single Raspberry Pi 5 with a really cool API. We went from Ubuntu to an app running to, right? We could have deployed anything, but we went all the way to production. What I would like to do next, but I'm always like open for questions. What I'd like to do next is take the metrics, right? I would like to make, not that. I'd like to make the metrics that I get from this cluster. I'd like to make those available. I'd like to take, this is the app that we deployed. I'd like to take the metrics that we get from there and provide some observability. See if I can fit that as well onto this little Raspberry Pi 5 and have like a fully functional, like observable, system. That's what I'd like to do next, but it's up to you. I mean, I'm open for ideas. So my build is done. That means it goes and pushes that modified website. So now I can go to Sean.com and I should see it's not there. Why? Let's see if I can go and flush the cache. I have a CDN that will cache a lot of this stuff. So let's just do a quick.
Ow. It's painful.
Where do I do that at? Cache? I forget where. DNS, quick actions, run speed test, configure caching. There used to be a button.
Yeah, get him. Get him. Yeah.
Here we go. Purge everything.
Come on, we got this.
Done.
No, wrong one. Why do I keep doing
All right.
that?
Successfully purged assets. Please allow 30 seconds. So let's wait 30 seconds. Maybe it's not cached for you. Go and hit deshaun.com and we want to see a new blog post. And let me know if you see it. I'm going to wait 30 seconds and then I'll try it.
No,
So the next thing I want to do is I want to turn down my son
No, don't turn me
because I got him in the room and I have like his stream in my ear. But I think the next thing I want to do is like deploy. Should I do it on this server or should I put it someplace else? It would be neat if it was on this server. At least it would be neat if the Grafana was on, so I could do like the dashboards and stuff. That'd be neat if that was on this server. And then I could have like the metrics being pulled from someplace else, I guess.
Yes.
I think, so the cool thing is I have Kubernetes, so I can now deploy Redis.
In a minute.
Let's do that. I think I have some.
13. Okay.
Let's find some YAML. We're gonna deploy Redis. Is there a
hold them off for another 30 seconds.
I want to, let's go take a look at the, Keith, I didn't forget about you. So we have our node. Let's go make our cluster a little bit bigger. Let's see if that works. So we're good. We have a disk.
Yes! Let's go!
Let's put this disk into this Raspberry Pi 02. My son's having fun. Let's put this disk in. What?
Can you please order ice cream?
No.
I can order it.
Huh?
I can order it.
No.
Please.
No.
Please.
No.
Lucy ate all mine last night.
Go talk to your mom. See what she says. So which way does this thing go? I don't think it matters. I think it will go on either way. I'm just looking at the case. I was like, does it go this way or this way? I don't know. I'm going to put it this way because then that ribbon would fit inside of there. All right, so now I've got a Raspberry Pi 02. And let's, oh, good. Yeah, read the posts. Oh, is it up? Is the new one up? It's been 30 seconds for sure, right? Refresh. Oh, why is it not there? That makes me sad. Oh, did I not publish it? Did I make it draft? Yeah, that's why. That's why. All right, sorry about that. Thank you for helping. But now we'll have the new post here in a second. Hopefully, we'll have the new post. So let's, we got to get power for this. This needs much less power. It needs a micro SD. Let me see if I can find a micro SD power. I think they are red. There should be like a marine one around here somewhere.
Everyone's asleep.
Okay, help me find a micro SD power. We should have some of these. It's just like those little ones, but it's not USB-C.
Yeah.
Not like the ones that we just had here. But it's going to look like this, but it has... Yeah. Okay. I think it's red. And then I also need a micro SD thing that has a Cat 5 on it. And that should be around here somewhere.
Network?
I'm going to need a network cable, yep. But I have these ones over here that we'll use.
Yeah.
But we had, when we had your little Raspberry Pi, we had a little dongle that has a Cat 5 adapter. I'll let you work on that. We'll come back to that.
I'm in the middle of the stream.
Huh?
I have a viewer. I'm in the middle of the stream.
Hey, that's awesome. Yeah.
No, what you have to do is for the micro USB. We have all the
Because we're doing this because Keith
hey, Keith.
is having some issues.
Keith doing?
And Keith says, tell your son I said hello. So he says hi.
Hey there.
So yeah, now we're cooking with gas. All right. So that post should be up. So because it's up, I'm going to close a couple of these other windows. I don't need this anymore. Let's hit that refresh. There we go. So here's we just did. Yeah, we're cooking. I'm just going to do an eyeball. Everything looks good.
Boom. Look what I found.
Yep, I need that one because we're going to do those next. That's the...
You
oh,
can't just,
yep,
those are all micro USB.
Yep, these are all. Use them.
Too easy.
All right, so, but now I need that dongle.
What's a dongle?
I need the dongle.
What's the dongle?
It's got this on one end, and then it's got a little bar on the other end, so I can plug in the network cable.
That would be nice to know.
You don't have to do it right now.
Oh, okay.
But we got to do that after your game, and then I'll let you order ice cream. Here, you do that.
I got you. I know what you want.
You know what I want. All right, so we're good.
So do you want me to go all out or like?
No, one for you, one for me. We're good. I'm feeling good. We've made some progress. Let's leave that. We're here. Let's deploy. Oh, I wanted to go see if we could Redis bit Nami helm. Okay. Bitnami package. Helm install. Introduction to this chart. Redis, but what version of Redis? Because I want. I don't want that. I don't want Redis Sentinel or cluster. All right, never mind. I don't want that. Because I want the latest version of Redis. I did this not too long ago. Oh, we did it. Did we do it? GitHub.com. On Stack of the Week. Did we get this? Did I do? Hey, is there other people talking on your mic?
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta turn them off.
How do I do that? Boop.
Yeah, we're trying to do a family-friendly stream over there. And we got other people.
There we go.
No, maybe.
Yeah.
You don't hear him anymore?
No.
Okay. All right. What did I do? How did I? Oh, I did it this way. Okay. So in the back end, I have a composed YAML, and that has the latest version. So this, no, I did this and this. Let's do this. I want this. I want to convert that to Kubernetes YAML. So this is Docker YAML, which is great, but I want to do it with Kubernetes. So please, can you convert this Docker compose into Kubernetes deployments? Zoink. That's easy, right? I'm not going to waste a lot of time. Let's just let the tool do it for us. So we've got a deployment for Redis Insight. Oh, it's got a persistent volume claim. All right. We're going to copy this over. We're going to put it right into our... Here, we're going to go into this directory, and I'm going to open up IntelliJ IDEA here. I don't think I have any secrets in here. If I do, don't take them.
Dad, don't we get express delivery?
Yeah, go ahead.
What? Okay.
So let's make a new file. And all we did was we asked a model to do that for us. And this is going to be our services.yaml. So all I did was ask one of my models to convert that Docker, right? I converted, or I didn't, I asked a model to convert that. And that's how you should be using AI. Like do the silly, simple stuff. Now, do I want, there's no way that Olama is going to run on that machine. So let's just not even try. So let's get rid of this. I don't need Olama. I don't need any of that. And that might be fun for like another cluster. But we can always do that again later, right? I don't need that now. But I do want to deploy Redis. I just like one. Redis. Let's see if this is the latest version. Redis 8. Docker.com. Is it hub? Wait, I hear somebody again.
Yeah. How is the game?
Wait, do you hear somebody else?
No.
Or am I just getting you delayed?
Probably me delayed.
Okay. Let's go see if we can find dash M2. All right. Oh, there it is. All right. Let's see. So there's an M3 now. 8.0 M3 is what we're going to use. So we want to be on the latest and greatest. All right. 8.0 M3. Redis server append only. Yes. Is that what I did over here? Yep, okay. And then I had a volume, mount path, data. All right. Volume, there's the volume that has its own persistent volume claim. This is going to be interesting. Hey, welcome. What we're doing is we have set up a single, let's recap. I'm glad that you're here. What we did was we set up Deshaun.com. I blogged about it, so we did this just now. We took a single node Kubernetes cluster. So it's K3S, but on a single Raspberry Pi 5. And what we did was we deployed Korifi.cc. We deployed. This is what it looks like in my closet over there. I just took that picture with my phone. And this is the machine that's running this. What is this? It's a Kubernetes cluster. Let's do this. Oh, there it is right there. Clear. I'm going to bump it up. Kubectl get nodes -o wide. So again, 62 minutes ago, like we've been doing the stream, just doing all this. We deployed this single node, but it's Kubernetes. It gives me the Kubernetes API. Kubectl get pods -a. Those are all the pods, but I was using K9s as a different interface, and we can see this app right here. This is our Spring Boot app that we started, that we built here. It's running Korifi.cc. It's a Bodden app, and that's what you see here. So if I go here and I say Control C, whoops, K9s. If I go like this, let's do it this way. Here, CF apps, we'll see that it's running. If I go, I think I can go CF stop. www is the name of the app. It's stopping. Okay. Now if I do CF apps, we'll see 0 of 1. It's not running. I'm gonna hit refresh. Now there's a cache in here, so it might not. No, there we go. There's no. It says, oh, I don't see it. So what device server do you use? Yeah, it's a Raspberry Pi. It looks just like this. Let's go start it back up. So I just showed you that on that one machine, right? On that one machine here, right? You can see that service is now gone. Let's go back and say CF start www. It's coming up. We're going to see that space coming up. Here it is. Let's hit it. We're going to look at our logs. It's doing its thing. It says, hey, we're trying to build the certs. It's automatically generating certs in the background. I'm going to hit 0 so I can get the tail. Oh, but that was the build. Sorry. Here's our app. That was just the build. So here, our app has started. It started in 9.10 seconds or whatever. But that's the app that we have again. Boop, boop. There it is. And then when we go back here, I hit refresh. There, that's the app. That's the app that I deployed to that. I used Spring Boot and Vaadin to do that. So that's the app. And you asked what device. This is a Raspberry Pi 5. It is a 8 gigabyte Raspberry Pi 5. I don't have one sitting on my desk anymore. Actually, I have Raspberry Pi 4s, right? It looks like one of these. I have a Raspberry Pi 02, but we're gonna put all these into a cluster. But the cool thing is you can access this machine that's running in my house, but I didn't do any port forwarding. I feel safe, right? If we go here and we look at my cluster, cuddle, get nodes-o wide. You want to see what's cool? Is I don't have an external IP. There's no direct path to my little closet over here. There's no external IP. This is an internal IP. This is just my local network. But what I did was I deployed Cloudflare D. Cloudflare D. So on that little Raspberry Pi, let's draw a quick picture. I draw this often at CalDraw. Boop. I think I have an example, but we'll create one anyways. This is what I did. So I've got my little Raspberry Pi, which has K3S, Korifi, and then it also has, I'll do it this way. I installed in there these guys, Cloudflare D. And I'm going to draw those separately. I'll make them blue. So that's deployed as a service. Let's see if we can type. Oh, let's do it this way. Cloudflare D. And I put that here. And what that does is, where's my images? Browse library. Cloud. Hello, I just want simple ones. I want to add some images. Great. Add. Shoop. So this is what happens. So I have this little Cloudflare D. What I did was I set up Cloudflare D so that when you go to www.pikorifi.cc, it talks to Cloudflare. And what my little app did down here, it said, hey, it says, I'm handling cloud www.pikorifi.cc. So when you ask, you get like the public IP, right? If you here type ping www.pikorifi.cc, you get a public IP. A Cloudflare DNS IP. And it says, and then it goes there and says, oh, okay, yeah, I do. I have a handle to that. And then it says, okay, cool.
Let's go.
So that's cool. And this is on a single Raspberry Pi. This is taking 25 watts. So that's what I'm doing. So Keith says, I'm just hanging out, don't mind me. But my Pi 02W boots auto login fine, then says completed, boot stage final, and now a flashing cursor, and I don't see it on my network. I'll figure it out. Okay. You don't see it on mine. You don't see it on your network. So from your DHCP server, you don't see it. So this says you're using Pi 5 with Ubuntu Server OS. Yes, yes, we did that install. But also on the 02W, I'm using the Ubuntu Server 24.10. That's what we installed. As soon as my son's done playing the game, we'll get it plugged in, and we're going to add it to that cluster. And we're taking traffic, like we're doing this already. So that's cool. So hopefully that
Darn it,
made sense.
It dropped another build on me.
Yeah, Raspberry Pi. Ubuntu 24.10. Cloudflare D. So that traffic comes into Cloudflare D, and then Cloudflare D is routing it internally, which is awesome. So I don't have to do a whole lot of networking stuff. I just, hey, I did it. We're an hour and 16 minutes into the stream, right? This thing has only been here. It's got public IPs. If you do a DNS lookup, this traffic from all over the world gets routed to this little Raspberry Pi. And we've only been doing this. It took 65 minutes. We've been running in production for where is this? How long is it? 40 minutes. We've been running in production for 40 minutes. When we deployed this Cloudflare D, everything was routable, and you were able to hit it no matter where you're at. So that's just pretty slick, right? But now we want to go one step further. So now I want to be able to like show cool metrics. I want to show traffic and all those things that you would want to do in production. So what we're doing is, we're going to do this. We're going to deploy Redis. And we're going to deploy Red. Do I want to deploy Redis Insight? I don't think I do. I don't think I want to deploy Redis Insight. So I'm not going to. I just want to deploy Redis right now. I don't want to deploy Olamas as a service. I'm going to deploy Redis as a service. And I'm just going to deploy it into the default namespace. I'm not going to deploy Redis Insight. Like, this is fine. So I have a persistent volume claim for Redis data. I have a persistent volume claim for Redis Insight, which I don't need. And I don't need an Olama entry point. So all I needed was Redis service for that deployment, and then this PVC. My son's doing good. So now let's just deploy this. My Pi 0 is Wi-Fi and hardwired, but I don't see it, so I'll look into it later.
I'm not surprised that guy got MVP.
Right, so I could plug this in, and it would show up Wi-Fi, but doing Kubernetes over the Wi-Fi, it can work. It usually doesn't. The timeouts fail. Kubernetes likes to it likes to know when it needs to like not send traffic to a node. So if there's too long latency, and you can modify the latency, you can modify those values, but
Hey, Dad.
doing Kubernetes over Wi-Fi, I've made it work, but
Dad.
I wouldn't advise it.
Instead of 2 strawberry cheesecakes, they only had 1. So there's a strawberry cheesecake and a Terra Garcia.
Yeah.
We're here in 9 minutes.
Okay, so now let's deploy our Redis to our cluster. Let's just make sure that we're in the right cluster.
Is this the best one? Because how many is that? I got a top-notch team. All I need is the Punisher.
Try not to share all my passwords. QCTX. Yep, we're on Korifi. I do CF apps. Again, I've got both. I got Cloud Foundry and I've got Kubernetes. Why don't you use mini PC server instead of Raspberry Pi if you only use the computing? That's a great question. It's not a choice. Hey, Logan, will you hand me one of those Nooks? I have both. This is part of my job. I'm a Spring Developer Advocate. I work for a company called Broadcom. I'm a Kubernetes fan, but Spring is the thing. I like getting Spring to production, but I have mini PCs too. But this is just an experiment. Like, why? This is a much more expensive computer than even this. I've got 4 nodes, right? These are two very different things. But the cool thing is I can do it on this. I can do it on smaller, so why spend the money on this? I have friends, I have community all over the world, and I like to do things on the edge. I'm working on a book called Spring Boot on the Edge, where we take Spring Boot workloads. In the book, we talk about like all the places where you can go and run Spring Boot. And sometimes that power, the amount of power that you need to run a mini PC is very different. Like this guy, right? The cluster that we have, the single Raspberry Pi 5 takes more power than the Raspberry Pi 4, which takes more power than the Raspberry Pi 3, which takes more power than the Raspberry Pi 02W. That one, the Raspberry Pi 5, takes 25 watts. I believe this is only, well, let's go look. I don't want to say. Raspberry Pi 5, how much power does the Raspberry Pi 02W consume? Uh-huh. 1.4 watts. Wait, what? Wait. 6, wait, where's the... Oh, let's do this. Let's go. How much power do the different Raspberry Pi versions consume? Let's see if we can find a chart. All right, 3B plus, 5 watts. Do they have, oh, this is old. They don't have the 5. Let's see. Let's see if we can find a new one. Oh, so Jeff is awesome, right? He's going to have something. Hey. What? Power off on hold. The Pi eats up precious watts all the time. But,
no.
Oh, so he's doing other things. This is cool. But I just want to see the chart. But anyways, the power matters. What I like to say is, even with the Raspberry Pi 5, I can operate the Raspberry Pi 5 off of batteries, off of solar power, and I can get a lot of juice out of that. So that's why I choose Raspberry Pis first. It's cheap, it's easy. You can afford one of these. Right? If you can't, you talk to me, and I'll help you afford one of these. But you can afford one of these. Most people can afford one of these. So I want to start at the bottom, and if we need more, then we can grow into more, like the Nooks. I ordered some GMK Tech computers, but I also have a full-on, Ampere Ultra dev kit back there. So we've got things, but that's why. So it's not that I've made a choice. I'm an equal opportunity. Let's just get to production, but for the community that I hope to serve, I want everybody to know that they can have these really cool Kubernetes. You can use Kubernetes. You don't have to mess with stuff. You can get Kubernetes running, and you can get Cloud Foundry's API on top of Kubernetes on a $50 Raspberry Pi. Like, that's just cool to me. That I'm just trying to bring the barrier to entry down so that you can deploy things. So we can deploy things. We can have fun. All right, so he says, I got a Pi 3 adapter on my Pi 0 to give me ETH0, HDMI, and 4 USB. Tricks it into thinking it's a Pi 3. Yeah, effectively. Yeah, so I'm wondering why you're not, because that's what I'm looking for. I need that adapter that my son he's worried about ice cream, but I want that adapter so that I can plug this guy in, and I want it to be hardwired. And I'm going to just do a quick look, because I saw one recently. It's a mess here. I'm not going to apologize. It's just a mess.
Dad,
I'm going to just say it.
They fixed this glitch.
So give me 1 sec. I'm going to see if I can find this adapter. But talk amongst yourselves. I know I have one around. I just saw one of these.
They fixed the glitch where you can just put the turret right in the back of this. Oh no.
Right, is this it? Is it sitting right in front of you? No, that's close.
No, why is she chasing me?
Alright, so I got another Raspberry Pi
Oh, this is so confusing. I don't like
02W that's already connected to a camera. I'm gonna get all, or as many of these deployed as possible. But I want to find this adapter that my son refuses to help me look for. Oh, in there I found it. Right here.
Now you know how I
Nope,
feel
that's
the
not
other
it.
day whenever
It looks
he
just like this
wins.
though. It looks just like this one.
Alright, today on the stream we're playing I Spy. Can you find the adapter?
You're real funny. Here it is. Got it. Got it. Got it. No thanks to my son. I got it. Oh,
You are the most welcome.
look at my my title. Power. I'm running on. I am running on car batteries. X86 bucks. Too much use. Yeah. I have my adapter. So this I'm going to plug into the. Make sure you plug it into the USB port, not the power port. So we got this peripheral, and then I have networking right here. I'm going to plug in this network right here, and then my son gave me a power. Wait, didn't you give me a power? All right, then we plug this power into this charging, and then.
We got this.
All right, so this is what we look like. I've got one for power, and I've got one that's hooked up to the network, so that we'll have our Pi 0W. We're going to add it to the network. So once I power it on, oops, I just hit my mic. Sorry about that. Oh boy, that might be. I don't know how I did that. I messed it up. I broke something. All right, so it should be powering on.
Alright.
I can't tell if it's powering on or not. I gotta see if there's a light. I got the case on, but I can't see. I don't see any lights. I plugged it into this charging port, but I don't think that charging port was working.
Come on, let's not close.
I had a different one. Please hold.
Hey, Jeff.
Please hold as I
Get out of our face.
mess around with my wonky desks and wires, and
Yes.
I'm sure I'm yelling into your ears.
Oh no.
There we go. I got a green light.
Oh no. I just got
a green light. Okay. So now that Raspberry Pi 02 that we booted up, now that's running. And let's see. What we're going to do is, because we pre-installed it, we pre-configured it, I should be able to clear. Let's bump this screen up a little bit. Let's see if we can ping. It'll take a while. So on the first boot, because we're using an SD card, it's going to expand that operating system, and it'll fill up the disk. It'll partition the disk for us. So let's ping pi Korifi 01.local.
Oh my goodness.
So it's going to look, and it's going to say, oh, I don't see one.
Come on, guys.
I don't see one.
We're so close.
So we'll give it a little bit.
We're so close.
And what I'll also do is I'm going to go look at my Ubiquiti switch.
No.
Oh, which I already have up.
Oh,
And
wait.
what I'm going to do is log in over there, and I'll look at the DHCP, and I'll see if it comes up.
That guy just was cooking.
And I assume that you can hear my son, who's doing stuff next to me.
No,
and I'll
don't
just say like,
put me
yeah,
in.
that's my son. That's what you hear in the background. So let's go over to my devices.
No!
Let's search
No!
for
We have
Korifi,
30
and it doesn't
seconds.
look like it's up yet.
No, we lost. We've got 18 seconds to move.
But also, the
20,000.
port. Oh,
Yep, we lost. We were so close.
it's not getting enough power.
Okay, now my just goal is just to get MVP.
It's not getting enough
Oh,
power,
wow.
so the USB adapter and where I'm plugged is not enough power. So this is awkward. What I need to do is probably take it out of this. I'm gonna unplug it while it was trying to boot, and I know that's I probably borked up the drive, but we'll give it a try.
It was delivered.
I'm gonna slide this over here, try to get some power.
Do you want me to bring yours down?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna try to give it a little bit more power. Look to see if my lights are good.
Ice cream or chips and cheese?
Wait, did that power light go on?
Yeah. Ice cream or chips and cheese? The jalapeno cheddar.
What did you order?
I got jalapeno cheddar and a little bit of ice cream.
Oh my goodness, son. Do I have a green light?
Do you want which one do you want?
I don't have a green light, so.
Which one do you want?
Son, I don't have a green light.
But which here?
Oh, because it's unplugged. Here, unplug these. Hold on.
This is the
hold on.
power right here.
Yep, okay. Unplug these. You don't want that cluster to boot up. We're gonna move that cluster up to the closet. And then plug that in, and we should have a green light. Okay, please. Green light, good. Okay, so we got a green light there. Let's check our USB.
Okay, so do you want chips and cheese or ice cream?
I'm gonna get, oh, I still got a blue flashy light. That's not good.
Chips and cheese or ice cream?
Well, it's not getting enough power
Chips
for
and
that.
cheese or ice cream?
Chips and cheese or ice cream? Well, I kind of want both now.
Okay.
So here, just bring the chips and cheese down. All right, so I'm not giving it enough power. Do I have a better power? Let me try one more thing. Try to give it power. I have a power. I have a Raspberry Pi power adapter somewhere. Let me go look. Well, Keith, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get that running. I thought I could find a Raspberry Pi 5 or Raspberry Pi power adapter, and I don't have one. But what I can show is I can do this. I'm gonna unplug it from power. I'm gonna plug it back in. I'm going to let it boot up. I'm going to give it a minute. I'm going to let it boot up and it'll connect over. Will it connect over Wi-Fi? No, I disabled the Wi-Fi. So yeah, we'll come back to that if I can find power. But let's move on. I tried. So let's keep going here. We're going to deploy this YAML. Should I put this into, yeah. All right, yeah, set it down, and then you're gonna have to get me a. I don't want that here. You're gonna have to get me a Pepsi.
Okay.
All right, we'll take a break. I'm gonna do this. I want to get this Redis deployed because I want to do the whole Grafana Redis time series stuff. So let's just do this, and then I'll call it good. So we're gonna deploy Redis on top of this single node Raspberry Pi cluster. Except I want to make one change here. I'm gonna change it so it's in a Redis namespace. I'll put the service in a space Redis, and I will put the persistent volume in a namespace Redis. All right, so let's do clear kubectl apply dash f service YAML. Namespace. Oh, I gotta do the namespace.
Oh, wait, I'm a moderator? Dad, I'm a moderator?
I'm your moderator.
Oh.
I'm keeping an eye on your channel, what you're doing. Let's do this. Let's put that namespace up at the top. Redis.
Am I your moderator?
I think so. All right,
What are
so now
moderators even
we're there. So if I go, they make sure that people are cool, and if people start doing, all right. So let's watch this. It's creating. Fingers crossed. I got Redis. All right, so now that Redis is deployed with, I think, no default username and password, default port. I did not assign a username and password, so this is great. So now I have Redis, and I have not just Redis, the in-memory database, but I also have the backup. I have the appender and doing the append only. So it's going to write down to disk, and it's taking the snapshots. So I'm doing both. So now the last thing I want to do is I want to connect. Wait, how do I view Kubernetes metrics server UI? Deploy and access the Kubernetes dashboard. That's what I want. Huh?
How do you tell how many viewers you have?
How do I see it? I see it up here. So I have
Oh, you have two.
that,
It's more than
and
me.
I have that, plus one over here.
I have one.
Hey,
That's
hey.
my dad.
I don't think I count.
Oh, you're not.
I don't think so. So
You do.
here, we're gonna do this. We're gonna deploy, we wanna see this metric server. We're just gonna do this. And we're gonna be completely fine with it. So let's hit Control C. We're gonna do this, boop. And then we're gonna do this. Boop.
Look at the camera.
Hmm?
You're forgetting to look at the camera.
Thank you. So it says, to access the dashboard, run this. And in case port 4 doesn't work, make sure. So let's just do that. C, V. Is unable to port 4 because pod is not running. What? Oh, it's still going. All right, so we're pushing a little. But we have Redis. We have the Kubernetes dashboard running. We're waiting. There we go. Now, we're port forwarding, and now we should be able to go and look. Sure. What?
Where's the icon?
Hold on. I got to do this. Here.
Is the icon still there?
What? What?
Icon?
No, no. He was just chilling. I don't think he's still there. All right. So in my, what namespace did I deploy? Kubernetes dashboard. Link. Kubernetes dashboard. Then I give it a service account. Why does it say Kong proxy? I don't want that. Make sure that Kong service. What? Where's the service account? Like, how do I know which service account? Let's do. Kubectl get get SA.
My stream is done.
Do I have a dashboard service account?
Dad,
What?
my stream is done.
All right. Good job. You did good. Let's wait. One of mine is. Oh, we're good. We're good. Which service account am I trying to log in as here? Accessing sample user created in the tutorial will have admin. Port forward. Command line proxy. Welcome to you. What? Which to create a token for this demo, you can follow this guide. Creating a sample user. Service account admin user. Okay, we'll do that. Boop. Let's make another file to just capture that YAML. Boop. New file. Kubernetes dashboard.yaml. We're doing this. Dashboard user. And then this. We're changing admin user to dashboard user. And then we'll do this. We'll say kubectl apply -f Kubernetes dashboard YAML. Then we do this. Except for dashboard user. And then we have a token. And then when we go back here, bear token. Okay, so that's cool. We have a daemon set, we have a deployment, we have 3 pods, we have a replica set. Here's our daemon set, here's our deployment, here's our pods, Cloudflare D,
Only family friendly
replica
support
sets.
right now.
Wait, hold on. Hold on. What is this then? If this isn't a pod, all right? I'm in my pod view. Pods. Why isn't it showing this? Why? Oh, maybe because that's a CRD. This is interesting. There's our metrics scraper. Cluster. Isn't there like a, I thought there's a metrics view. But this is still like, for what we're doing, for what we've done, this is still pretty cool. To just be able to show some visibility. Okay, all namespaces. Now, daemon sets, deployments. Let's go down. There's our pod.
If you ain't opening this.
Hey, easy, easy. There's our pods. Wait, oh, here it is. That's the one. There's the one. This is cool. Man, this is cool. Yeah, absolutely a thumbs up. So this is just neat. I want to do more. I don't necessarily want to make the Kubernetes dashboard available to everybody, but to go through this process on a single Raspberry Pi to show this, I'm feeling pretty good. We still have some memory. Like, let's use it up. That's why we do software. But I think I'm going to call it good here. This is fun. What I'd like to do is I'd like to get Grafana. I want to get Grafana running and show the dashboards. What'd you say?
You're ending the stream?
I mean, we did 2 hours, or we did an hour 45, and you're done. I was just hanging out with you. So, hey,
I want to keep hanging out.
thanks for hanging out. We're going to hang out and have some chips, and maybe we'll be back later. We'll see. I mean, it's fairly early, but this was fun. Keith, Isa, Icon, everybody, thank you so much for hanging out. And yeah, hopefully we'll see you again soon. Take care.